Alright guys, so we're gonna spend the rest of the day spring cleaning, working on our various projects. But guys, while rummaging through some old stuff, RJ found something from our past that bring back so many memories for RJ and I, and we can't wait to show you. And I'm sure you guys will find it somewhat interesting, to say the least. Mabuhay squad, check out what RJ dug up.
Hey guys, welcome to my daily vlogs. Please subscribe.
So RJ found our old cards, love cards from when we were first dating. We put it all in an envelope. And this was when we were in the closet still.
Yeah.
Like piece of history here.
Oh
my
god.
god.
First Valentine card for you.
RJ bought this for me for our very first Valentine's Day. It had been since December. We had been dating for 2 months together.
I'm getting antsy.
I'm getting antsy. Let's see what RJ wrote.
So cheesy.
RJ, it's sweet. It says, "My baby, to make some romancy from your sanggol," which means your baby. Aww.
I think let's not share other stuff.
Wait, let me see.
Just one. I'm okay with
I just want to see.
Yeah, I want to see, but
Okay,
show them.
there are certain things that are like private, apparently. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of stuff here.
Hello cards.
We used to call each other baby. Okay, this one was mine to you.
Enough now.
RJ doesn't want to show the rest. Okay, but we'll go through this together privately.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is what I wanted to show you guys. Even though we only showed you like one of the many things in this envelope.
We had to hide it, right?
Yeah, we had to hide it. We had to keep stored away somewhere. Yeah, and RJ found it because we've been doing spring cleaning. I can't believe we've been dating for almost 8 years this year. Awesome! Oh my god. We're going through some of the letters. And RJ is so sweet. In private, some of you guys mentioned, oh, I don't think RJ's gay because like he doesn't want you touching him every time in the vlog. He's not sweet. But you guys don't know. RJ is. He just doesn't like to show you guys. Why are you like that, RJ? Why are you so shy to show affection?
I'm always just shy.
Anyways, some of the stuff he wrote in the cards are so sweet. We were like much younger back then. I was like 30 and RJ was still in his late 20s. Wow. We were practically kids, I think. We grew up so much together. OMG guys, a bunch of stuff just came in from the pet store. Yes, finally. All right, first thing I want to show you is this stability. I ran out, so C-Chem, everyone knows this. You fish owners know this. It's just a solution that contains the beneficial bacteria that can convert, well, essentially the poisonous ammonia and wastes from the fish and decaying plant matter into less harmful materials, nitrates, which the plants uptake. Look what else came. See? Plant! More hair grass and more Monte Carlo. Gonna be planting that as well. That's gonna take some time. Purigen. This stuff you add to the filter and it's supposed to be really good because my tank, I want it to be spotless. I mean, not spotless, just clean. You know what I'm saying? I also have CO2 checker so I can check the levels. So carbon dioxide, make sure it's optimal for the plants but not poisonous for the fish. I've also got some Christmas moss. Ooh, I can't wait to grow this moss. Also some aquarium glue for gluing moss and plants to wood. And guys, the big mama, another canister filter, which is bigger than the canister filter that I've been using for the past, what, 5 years that I've had this tank. It's larger and I'm gonna be using both. So this tank has no excuses. It will be spotless. So today I'm gonna have so much fun setting all of this stuff up, cleaning the tank again, scaping a little bit, and yeah, it's gonna be a big day. I love getting stuff. The only thing I'm missing now is liquid fertilizer. The pet store didn't have any. RJ and I are trying to look for another pet store that has plant fertilizer in liquid form. All of you Mabuhay squad who are fish owners here in Manila, do you know where I can pick up some Leaf Zone? Let me know. I have a lot of things to do on my list, so I had to write down a checklist so that I know the order of steps and what I need to do. Good morning. Morning, guys. Did you sleep well? You're hungry, aren't you? Here you go. Breakfast is served, my bird. Feast. I made a delicious, awesome chop today, and it smells so good because of the basil, and I even put coriander in there. Mmm. But it doesn't smell as good as when I use our homegrown vegetables and leafy greens. So I'm just cutting up a little bit of kamote leaves and kangkong as well to put in there. I'm telling you, homegrown is better than buying at the grocery. Ah, there, yes. I don't know, there's something about kamote tops and kangkong. It smells so much better. And I put grocery bought basil in here, and it still doesn't smell as good as our basil sprout. Mmm, now it's better, yes. Oh, I could just smell this all day. I love the smell of like chopped up vegetables. It's like a tabbouleh or like some kind of salad. I just want to eat it. I'm gonna put in some crackers and some like caviar. So yeah guys, how's everybody doing on this beautiful Tuesday? OMG, losing track of the days. You know, I've been thinking about the state of the world lately and how this pandemic is going to change things like crazy. And one of the ways I feel like things will change is like how people will earn money, jobs, right? RJ and I were talking like, how's school gonna work now? Like this is affecting everything, right? Like I'm sure kids who wanted to do certain careers like, I don't know, hotel and restaurant business might decide to change because, you know, it's uncertain right now in these times. But I feel like if I were a kid like who was just trying to choose what direction in life I'd be going to, I would want to work on my collective skill set. Now here's the thing, I think this new age, this new world, right, it'll be harder to make money. You know, I mean, certain companies are going to go bankrupt. It's gonna be harder to earn money. So companies are going to downsize their staff, right? And I feel like what a lot of companies will do is they will, instead of hiring like employees that come into an office, etc., it will be more like hiring freelancers because it's cheaper for a company to do that. And like they don't have to worry about like medical and all of this, right? So I feel like this is the new age of freelancers. I don't know, do you guys agree? So in this case, if any of you kids are watching, even post-college young individuals, my advice to you guys would be to work on your skill sets. This is what anyone should do no matter what, with or without the pandemic. But now more than ever, I think if you could become an individual with a vast array of skill sets, like graphic design, web design, accounting, writing, all of this, you know what I mean? Like a bunch of skill sets that you could do. If you could do it all and be very good at all of these different skills, you would be an asset to so many companies who are trying to like budget their work staff, you know, pay. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, why pay a staff of like 10 people when you could hire this one individual who might have 1 or 2 partners and contract them for certain work? You know what I mean? So I feel like now more than ever is the age of contractual work and freelancers. And so like this time of lockdown, maybe it's a good idea for all of us to like build on our various skill sets. Right now, I've been learning mostly about planted tanks. How that's gonna help me in the future earn an income, I don't know. But for whatever reason, divine inspiration is pushing me towards learning about fish tanks. How about you guys? What have you guys been learning during this whole quarantine thing? Have you guys been learning or building a new skill, honing an old hobby maybe, or an old talent that you might have like left and then now you want to do it again, like painting? What have you guys been studying and practicing during this quarantine? I'm interested to find out. But anyways, yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Like, this is the new age of freelancers and entrepreneurs. Guys, look at what I noticed. How come when we have a lot of these like tuber vegetables, right? Like turnips, roots and all that, it sprouts. Look guys, the ginger is sprouting. Should I break these like nodules off? Is this a rhizome? Break it off and like plant it? That would be awesome. I just want to plant everything in life, seriously. Wow guys, okay, so here's our like backyard garden, right? We've been breaking off leaves and eating it as we go, giving some to Ligaya. Look at this turnip thing. Remember how like we discovered it was vining out of nowhere? It was just like sitting here on top of my snake's enclosure and it started to vine, but just vine and no leaves. Well, now it's sprouted leaves. See that? Leaves! I just want to grow everything and eat it. Ligaya is so good. I love watching how nimble she is. Yes! Up you go. That takes a lot of neck muscle and like core muscle. Alright. You made it! Okay guys, positive affirmation for Tuesday, May the 19th. I rejoice in new growth. I leave all reservations and misgivings behind me. Ooh, I love that. Nothing holds you back anymore, guys. You're growing. I really like that. And also, I think the thing that falls under this category is forgiving yourself for mistakes from the past. Because you're constantly growing. You've got new leaves, new fruit to bear, right? It's a new world. There you go, your positive affirmation of the day. So guys, another thing I discovered yesterday while working on my tank is that this here, see this CO2 canister? The canister still has CO2. By the way, in case you don't know what this is for planted tanks, you need to inject CO2 in order to support the plant life. And now I know you're thinking, but what if you have fish and it's breathing out CO2? Like, isn't that enough? No, it's not. And in nature, things decaying, like rotten logs and all of this, decaying plants and all that stuff decaying in like ponds and rivers and lakes, that releases CO2. But in an aquarium, it's not enough, apparently, for plants. So aquascapers or planted tank aquarists inject CO2. It's in this canister. This here usually lasts 3 months or so. It could be refilled, and this here times it so it releases CO2 just during the day when the plants are photosynthesizing, when your lights are on. And I discovered that this little piece here is broken. I don't know how long it's been broken, so it's been injecting CO2 even in the night when it should be off, because this is on a timer. And why is this bad? Because plants are not absorbing the CO2. It fills the tank with tons of CO2. The fish are suffering. I had a few fish die during this like quarantine and I didn't know why. And it makes the water more acidic. This could have also been the cause of my outbreak for algae. My algae problems that I've been suffering lately for my big tank are definitely a culmination of like various mishaps. This included, I believe. So I've replaced this with a new one. And speaking of my planted tank, guys, all of yesterday I did pretty much no work because yesterday was just an aquarium day. And I can't wait to show you all the awesome renovations I've done on my tank. Mabuhay squad, check out my new planted fish tank.